no sale. I want one
Okay, well, we get a carpet start.
on my back, and I'll trot it to your door.
Want a retort too? Not really. You take Nightshade. Guess I'm gonna take Nightshade. I should just take retort. If I get an upgrade, I always want to upgrade the carpet. I don't really want to have a retort
right for you, bring it back.
if I'm not upgrading it.
I want you to be happy.
Any new items are playable? That's what we're gonna find out tonight. You see a Monopoly go at, you're reminded how sad you are. The game makes a bajillion dollars. I do not understand the mobile gaming landscape. I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea what is going on in the mobile game space. How do people play these games? What do they find engaging about them?
Man or beast? Sometimes it's hard to tell.
Low standards? I mean, I am all for low standards. Like, the game capture's not working. I am all for low standards. I understand what low standards look like. But what is the mobile gaming landscape? These games aren't even, like, games. What is this? It's Maple Story.
Use these things.
Casual games or the gachas? Aren't they the same thing? Aren't they all gachas? No. Okay, wait, there's two genres, my bad. There's gachas and there's match threes. I didn't realize how many match threes there were.
I guess I made a sale.
The follow-up to that is, why are there so many match threes? Casual games would be like Farmville and Candy Crush. Okay. I was unaware that Farmville, like, still existed. I thought those were all replaced by match threes and gachas. It's incredibly easy to make a match three, I suppose. I will say, I was surprised by the production value on Royal Match when we did the sponsored stream for that.
Few warriors live to retire. Buy my weapons. Use it well. Make me proud.
Play Limbus Company? I did. It's also barely a game, but...
Enjoy the thrill of battle. While you can.
Gotchas, match threes, and... Yeah, the PC game ports, I understand. Like, sure, that makes a lot of sense. But, like, those also aren't the most profitable games on mobile. Like, those aren't the mobile games that make the money, or what I imagine people are playing if they're not the ones that are making the money. You've heard Limbus Company is barely a gacha because Project Moon doesn't know how to make... Yeah, they don't know how to make a game. That's...
I've got another salvo with me.
Project Moon would be one of the best visual novel writers if they just made visual novels, but they keep trying to add game mechanics to their games, and I feel like they've made the game worse every time. I'm including Ruina.
Another step forward on my path.
The most frustrating game you've ever played. You can't run single PvP around. Yeah, it's
You're probably too skilled for my.
It can be tough to get into.
I spent half my life.
I'd recommend like playing unranked until you like know what the cards do and know what boards you're trying to aim for. Lobocorp. We're not calling Lobocorp polished. I understand people who like the Ruina gameplay. Oh fuck. Whoops. Loot item. Yeah, trying to learn the game and like read all the cards in ranked is not a great idea. Agreed. Quicksoul should drop to bronze rarity. She's the worst. Power level wise, she could like making the roll cheaper would be nice, but I don't know. It's somewhat flavorful that all of the master merchants are silver.
A waste of my time. But I
You have
do
to acknowledge
plenty.
that it's polished. I feel like it suffers from all like the UI clunkiness that Ruina does too. I'll just say a lot of the polish from Ruina. Okay, it depends what we mean by polish, I suppose.
Your goal. We want it.
Paul is silver. Andy and middle aren't. Well, Andy's small item. The master merchants are the ones that buy things for extra. Broke your message into two halves. Might be something wrong with you, not it's polished. Wait. I think there might be something wrong with you if you like the gameplay of Lobocorp, and that's okay. But you... Oh, you just have to acknowledge that. Wait. No, I missed the just. I thought you were saying you have to acknowledge that it's polished, but...
After all these centuries, there is still more to learn.
To define polish, the game probably isn't polished. Yeah, like, all of the best aspects of all of the Type Moon games are the story sections. And the music. I'm not gonna say that the Ruina gameplay is horrible, but it is really clunky, and could have used many polish passes. Specific size vendors are not all bronze rarity anyway. No, I agree, but they're also like the specific vendors aren't like a class of merchants, are there? There's like lore around the master merchants. The Gigamarp guy is a master merchant. /J. Oh. The gameplay, it needs work. There's a really fun game in there. I think I agree with that. I think if it had like a UI designer involved and some passes on the tedium of all the systems, it would have gone a real long way.
Discounts for peace.
Ooh, new item.
I'm so glad we could share this experience today.
Saw a mod to remove the grind. It was great. Yeah, I also installed that mod. It helped. It made the game playable. It's still just like the process of building a deck. There's so many menus you have to go through to like put the cards in the deck, equip the pages on your guys, make sure the right guys are equipped. I think part of it is also, like, the mechanics they decided to go with don't really lend themselves to having a good UI.
Why must we do this? Death laughs at us both.
Go ahead. Underestimate.
But like to an extent, when you're designing a game, a digital game especially, like the way that these systems get interacted with does kind of determine what systems you want to have in the game. And if you can't figure out a menu system that feels good, sometimes you do just have to change the systems. 100% of the simulacrum the other day. Oh, sick. Glad you enjoyed it. Most gachas aren't that different from Diablo PoE besides the auto battling.
Next time, boys.
I disagree. I feel like the less deterministic loot is a lot of the appeal of Diablo and PoE. Where like in all of the gachas, all the loot is so linear. If you want to say like Diablo 4 is similar to a gacha, I don't have as strong objections to that. But like the PoE loot system is the thing that makes it appealing, and it's completely different than gachas. What game are we talking about? We're talking about like 5 different games at once. Which message are you asking about? We're talking about Library of Ruina, Lobotomy Corporation, apparently Diablo, apparently Match 3 mobile games, Raid Shadow Legends, the Simulacrum, Expedition 33 just got brought up. We were talking about MapleStory.
Any good fights lately? Oh, I do miss it. Hey, when you carry my weapon, I fight alongside
And
you.
of course we're talking about the Bazaar, because this is a Bazaar stream.
Nufo teaches stillness.
Yeah, we're talking about the gaming landscape as a whole. You gotta keep up.
Go make some more stories, then come back and tell me.
Raid Shadow Legends is the most Predator game you've ever seen. It's disgusting. Is it any worse than all of the other games in the genre? Like, Raid Shadow Legends looked identical to Marvel Strike Force, which looks identical to Summoner's War, which looks identical to... I could list these games for days.
Small items, small people. I love them all.
We talk about Into the Breach, only if we're talking about the music.
Oh, okay. Maybe next time?
Did you add me on Maple when you reinstall? Sure. With our nailed the mechanics of async auto battler? Yeah, I agree. I agree. Same shit, 150 systems to empower gacha obtain characters, called the pay to win option, and daily FOMO login. Yeah. MapleStory is grinding for the sake of grinding. No, it's grinding for the sake of fighting harder bosses. Like, bossing in MapleStory is legitimately kinda good. Like, the boss mechanics are interesting. The fights are engaging. And then, like, having your character go from the part where you're, like, struggling to clear the bosses to trivially clearing the bosses is a satisfying loop over months.
Well,
Okay, how about Neopets?
the fire softens.
It was my childhood. The best era of mobile games was when it was puzzles, like Angry Birds, Swampy, and arcades like Temple Run or Jetpack. Now it's just shitty endless runners with no graphics and endless ads and gachas. Yeah, that might be true. Neopets is still very much alive. Huh. Very much alive, or like... alive by default? Like, they're still paying the bills. That's the most basic question of all time. You've never played MapleStory. Is it good to get into it? Probably not. Without the That's the thing, though. I don't know how much of the appeal of MapleStory is still appealing to the people that liked it 20 years ago. Like, it is a very different game now. Like, it's more about, like, solo bossing than it used to be.
They don't make these like they used to.
I feel like the appeal of, like, classic MapleStory versus modern MapleStory is very different.
I have faced 82 foes exactly like you. People are a
The story really, really shows its
The
age.
100
It has a
years
pretty
of
bad
your
client.
dust, I will remain.
The not being able to maintain hotkeys across characters is very silly every time you make a new character. Even when you have the in-game music muted on one of your characters, it does not remember that the in-game music is supposed to be muted when you're on the login screen.
Begins in the heat of the crucible.
People started playing the Roblox recently. They did release a developer kit, MapleStory Worlds or whatever. I don't know if anyone uses it for anything other than some classic MapleStory stuff. Ragnarok have been more enjoyable on private servers. Yeah, I don't know. I played on Maple Legends 5 years ago for a little while. But, I don't know, it's a very different game. It just depends what experience you're looking for. I will say classic MapleStory is just grind for the sake of grind. There's not really much that you're... Like, there's no progress until you get to the very end game where you can actually do bossing. But I think the appeal of modern MapleStory is, like, the tiered bossing. Like, from the beginning of the game, you get to climb the boss ladder. Granted, some of the early bosses are dog shit, but, you know. At least there's that progression.
Got any new playlists for me?
This could
Feel the
be
tunes,
Toxin
feel the
Injector.
wounds.
Peace Rot. I do want to try this at some point tonight. I don't know if I want to buy it at bronze, though. Not on day 4.
Try not to almost die every day.
Pierre. Yeah, Pierre, Pink Bean. There's a lot of bosses that are miserable to fight when you have to fight them fair. How bad could it be? Yep, Moose, they do not stack now.
The coral speaks, tells me to hurt you.
Some weird control muscle memory and gain crazy DNA. Yeah, I play MapleStory on controller because it was destroying my hands, so I have to remap everything every time I make a new character.
Now I'll never captain a ship.
What are the builds for the new Mac items? That's what we're here to figure out.
Closer and closer. I can hear my sister's laughter.
Don't think I want any of these. Owned Arsenal, maybe?
You seem lighter. I think you had a breakthrough.
Throw in some random weapons to replace the Nightshade. Adrenal Converter. Okay.
Wow, okay.
So what? I can haste my letter opener. Wait. When you poison yourself, gain and haste to the fight and haste one item. Wait. Wait. Didn't this do something different in the spoiler? Didn't this haste the item to the right? Well. We are maybe supposed to satchel here, but... I'm not crazy, right? This was targeted haste before? I might have been confusing it with that. Oh... Maybe. I thought this item was a lot better than it was. And I didn't think that it was very good to begin with. Uh-oh. But yeah, I know it hasn't changed since release. I just thought it was different in the spoiler.
I will fight you, but only so that I can study.
The gold item that gives lifesteal? I don't think I am, but...
I am seeking gold in a world of lead.
Come with no weapons? Leave with... You are enough, friend. But I'm
Don't
glad you
have
bought this.
slows anywhere. Wild Quillback. When a player uses a weapon, poison that player for 4. Oh god, 16 gold. Get this out soon. Ugh.
I can feel our energies resonating.
I can't really see these things!
Okay. Boost your 10 win consistency since you unlocked it. Oh no. I mean, that didn't look terrible.
The Bazaar has many secrets. I will uncover them all.
To give region to the enemy too. Oh, did they change that? Oh, thank God. Warframe would be such a good game if it actually had challenging bossing instead of their endless, bigger, health hit harder scaling in endgame. Yeah, I could never really get into Warframe. I think I played it for like a week back when I was in college. The concept of the game was appealing. It just never felt like it went anywhere.
People first, profit 10th.
like I probably want that.
An alchemist with no gold. It is almost humorous.
Interesting.
I get it. You're busy. Enjoy your purchase.
A player uses a weapon. Poison that player for. And then we haste. Sell the pig. I'm not supposed to play the pig anymore. But the pig is giving me haste on everything. At the cost of 4 board slots. Pig is cool though. I do want to play the new items. So this adrenal converter doesn't do anything now. If we play the pig, we poison ourselves a bunch, which then makes the spider mace faster at least.
You remind me of someone I fought last century.
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist. Defeat does not defeat me.
It worked. Does the pig just kill you without a converter? Not if we kill them first. Like, this is poison. Poison doesn't actually do anything.
My mind glows. I see everything.
Feel the difference? That's some masking craft.
Yay. Push towards the self-damage archetype now. A lot of Max new cards want you to poison yourself, yeah.
Disgusting creatures.
We're gonna create the poppy field. If we get the big dude, can I play the big dude with Poppy Field? Can I play Test Subject Alpha with Poppy? How can you make this start faster? Because you're Mac, you kind of can't.
I would give it for free, but Tiny Andy says that's wrong.
This board does suffer a bit from Macitis. Do some start of fight stuff. Yeah, just the start of fight stuff doesn't do anything.
I will leave you alive to learn the lesson.
Start a fight, charge my mace too. Yeah, basically. Get absolutely bonked on. For the setup, are we after rapid injection system? That's a really good question.
My power burns hotter, melting away impurities.
Are we expecting an answer to the question?
I have seen such talent once before, and it
I'm still trying to figure it out myself.
Adira.
I'm finished with fighting, but I can help you finish a fight.
I'm just buying the cool cards. Did the test subject do anything that fight? It's making the spider mace way faster.
If I don't have what you need, I'll help you find who does.
Yeah, I don't think I'm playing that. Use this to try to rent another spider mace.
But people thought it was weird.
Meaningfully adds to the poison ramping. Yeah, true.
Come to steal my potions, filthy beast.
Give him Mountain Pass, poison for 2 at the start of the round. Yeah, that almost makes Spider Mace activate faster than my other items. Almost.
Back to the patch for me, it seems.
That's true. Mace does get some crits.
You are a child.
Adrenal Converter, self-poison 2 at the start. Doesn't
I
haste.
should
Oh.
warn you, I'm not like other Jabarians.
I think we're fine.
Well, I guess motivation isn't everything.
Well,
With enough power,
the big
I
guy's
will
winning.
defeat death itself.
I would never debase my wares.
I'll find like a moth meal.
Ugh.
Not those.
Oh, I understand. Class isn't for everyone.
Luck is not the fastest. Let's try to get speed. Crit haste is big too with the spider mace. It does build up the crit pretty fast. Sure looks like a plate glaze. I mean, it has a relevant passive here. Like, we're not playing it because it's a 10-second cooldown to do some damage. We're playing it because it's putting a bunch of poison.
You look rough, man. Let's fix you up. Might leave a scar, but nothing a tattoo won't cover.
There's like maybe a board here somewhere. We'll try it later. Right now we're poppy fielding. Glaive is better than big guy here. Is it? The glaive doesn't make the mace faster.
Who I am does not. The Bazaar. Another step forward on my path.
Heavy poppy? Okay, let's burn some transforms, trying to get any spider mace that I can. No. Well, I guess we'll just sell this now.
I seek the ultimate secret. Will you get me any closer?
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms. Like my crew says at the bar, another round!
We did not get catapulted. Could...
If you have to,
don't want to find the...
You can't afford it.
What is this? Poison both players 4, gain regen for the fight equal to this item's poison. Okay. Hey, Sickle Cell. Thanks for the raid. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
If you want cheap junk, go see Curio.
This could be my moth meal. Obsidian shard, a good upgrade of a penknife. Maybe? This ends the fight faster, the other gives me some sustain.
You don't have time not to buy this.
It might have been better. We don't need distillery, right? Lifesteal me? I do have a cool weapon for this. Way better odds of getting this skill.
To battle!
Steel and knife set are both good. Is knife set good?
I can't go back to the blood reefs.
Is knife set over 2 smalls? Sick.
Lithic markets just trade boulders. This is more fun.
Wait. No. 18, 20. I can get to 22 and just sell one more thing. It's annoying. Transform hammer to a priced item. That's getting to 22. 18, 20, 22. Combat poison yourself is meh. It's giving crit chance is the thing. But yeah, maybe. It is probably the worst item on the board. I don't need crit. I mean...
Whatever that is for, I hope it pleases you.
Roll triggered twice as much? I don't get more triggers than upgrading the poppy field. Adrenal converter, no, it's the best item. How is it ever fitting in?
Poison is not a weapon. It's self-expression. It is my pleasure to educate you in the toxic arts.
Instead of dagger? So you put it in over a weapon in order to haste basically Barb Claws and Test Subject Alpha? It doesn't seem worth it. I feel like you'd rather just have 2 weapons in play. Makes your board so much faster. Not without starting poison, it doesn't. It doesn't speed up the Spider Mace at all when it's charge looping. So you're speeding up the claws and the alpha.
If you knew my true purpose, you would stand aside.
We're out to dethrone a king, not.
I mean, you're telling me, but you're not explaining why.
Bravery without strength.
3x weapon is going to go twice as much. Yeah. It is faster than Mace with the haste. So with Mace, it's going off 3 times in 2.1. Mace is going off every second. It's like roughly the same speed. A little bit slower. Not roughly the same speed. This is like right before a cooldown. Whoa. Also get insane regen. I guess that's fair.
Ah, a friend. I mean, a customer.
It's in every self-poison build. Well, I'm not really thinking of this as a self-poison build.
So, how about this weather where... Oh, you're leaving.
I understand that it does self-poison. But I'm not playing it... Like, I'm playing it because it makes Spider Mace faster, which is benefiting from the Poppy field. Like, I'm playing it as the engine for Spider Mace Poppy. He says a different ICD for slow and poison charges. Oh, yeah, it does. It does. converter has the best enchants? Like, I haven't looked at those yet. When you poison yourself, burn equal to the poison. When you poison self, slow.
It's hard to tell.
Obsidian, when you poison... Yeah, yeah. Sweet.
Hope you packed a change of clothes, because you're gonna get dirty. Hey, you're a natural at this.
With each new discovery, the formula of life is revealed.
I guess just grab the extract. Victor's gonna further move step. Yeah, that's something that I want to try later.
I will fight you, but only so that I can study you.
Go ahead. Underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
Find new items. Tool shop gives you the gold bracers. Apparel gives you adrenal converter all the time. Apparel gives you adrenal converter all the time? The apparel shop is huge. There's like 40 items in that shop.
Bring her about! I've got another salvo in me.
You always find it there. I think you're just high rolling. Favors Mac items. It shouldn't. Is that confirmed that it works that way? The toy shop doesn't, does it? Scope not worth it over Pearl? I don't think so. The Fang is nice because the Fang is just like a fast weapon to speed up the start.
You see landfill, I see buried treasure. Hooey! Now that's a bargain. That's been sitting there 20 years, waiting for you.
Mac has no toys. Well, more Mac has no toys, but I don't think there's a bias on the characters that do have toys either. At least it didn't feel like there was a bias. That says 4 toys. Just all the toys are pig. I don't know. I feel like I find a lot of nesting dolls on Dooley. I find Yo-Yo all the time. See a lot of wands. I guess if Dooley doesn't have toys either, it wouldn't be as apparent. We already got Juggler. This should be fine, I think. Both of them in one shop? Sure, sure. How often are you getting the apparel shop? This is that relevant for you? I feel like I've gotten the apparel shop this patch in like 3 of my games.
Subjects survive my experiments.
And it's almost always late.
Closer and closer. I can hear my sister's laughter.
Don't tell me Ford is your Smith. That guy is tightened, tempered, oiled, and tuned.
Once per run around day 5 or 6. That is... Yeah, that has not been my experience. I've seen it at all in like a third of my runs. And usually not until late. You see it lower than that? You see it more than that? Yeah, no, maybe I'm low rolling. I don't know. I don't think we've seen it this game. Maybe 2 more wins. Seen the burn upgrade merchant? I've seen the burn upgrade merchant a lot, yeah.
You remind me of someone.
The third of your games is where you're at too. That's
know.
yeah, that's been
I'm
my
a bit
experience.
of a
But again, it's like a
legend on Pelagia.
12 game sample size at this point. The mirror? The mirror? What? Who does
Got
this?
talent. You should put it toward nobler use.
It's weird that they replaced the shop, yeah. That feels unintentional. They seem like more of a middle option.
Hello, little sentient.
That's not the big guy.
Andy says I need to close the deal. Ah.
Let's try to get the
I
shield.
assume you're here to give tribute. You have started a war today.
Yeah, I don't know. Here, if we were playing Adrenal Converter, we would have more activations on Barb Claws, but we wouldn't have Fang and Shard. Which is like other fast item making my start a bit faster and kind of nice sustain.
The Bazaar
Be just
has many
faster.
secrets.
It would be faster when it
I
starts.
will uncover them all.
But like not even that much faster. Because like you're cutting 2 fast weapons to make this faster. Yeah, I mean we still wouldn't have an enchant for it. Like enchant's not relevant right now. Maybe we get something cool.
I am eager to test your abilities and to improve them.
First time you fall below half health, double your enemy's poison. That probably does some deleting, sure.
I doubted a non-Sphinxian could learn that. Impressive.
You try it, you use in every build. I don't know. I played it for a couple rounds earlier this game, and then we ended up cutting it. Speed up the loop. It's close to speeding up the loop. 8.9 to 8.2.
I will leave you alive to learn the
Mr.
lesson.
Pygmalion.
My dreams are too big for you to steal.
Oh. Wait.
I believed
They
in
did.
myself and I still lost.
Huh. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, so like doubling the speed of Barbed Claws is not that many more attacks than having Fang and Shard. Also test subject alpha. Oh, yeah. He hit like 3 times? Oh, juggler. It's not even really... No, it's not doubling alpha. It's getting all of his charge from juggler. But yeah, it would hit twice as much when we don't have juggler. But it's probably not even 1 extra activation. You know, Poppy, you need the regen? Yeah, maybe. If we don't have Poppy, what we're doing is completely different here, for sure.
Somewhere in these twisting streets, I will
I'm not sure that this board really wants, at least not an unenchanted Adrenal Converter. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break. Be back in like 2 minutes. When we get back, we will play some more. Hope you guys stick around.